So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. So there is the trophy-laden Frank Rijkaard, the essential piece in one of football's greatest ever club sides.
Yeah, and he's one of these players, Peter, who will ensure that your team...
It's Nakata! Off target by a whisker. Opts for safety. Aimed beyond the defence.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Nakata charging forward, the ball at his feet. Rijkaard.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And smartly reclaimed. Tries to pass it through. Aubameyang! Now, who's going to be first to this? Well, there's the clearance. Stoichkov. Bale. Now it's Messi. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. So we're still where we started right now. That's headed upfield. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's a searching pass. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Beckenbauer is the team's great visionary. Looking to play him in. And Messi! He's going for goal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Played with finesse. Beckenbauer kept his eye on it, and he's there. Knocks it into space. And this is Messi. Messi! Goal! Argentina! The first significant strike. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Number 10, Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi.
Argentina have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Albert Ferrer. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Decent chance! Well taken goal. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting...
And that is indeed the final act.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Argentina firmly in control at the break, 2-0 the scoreline. And here is the first touch of the second half. Oh, delightful ball. Cafu clears without hesitation. Cafu makes a move down the right. Nicely weighted ball. And that's another good win of the ball. Beckenbauer pokes it out wide. Thinks about the shot. Looking for the run. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Beckenbauer, and that interception was most necessary. Now that looks a decent ball. Great ball if he can get there. Big chance, corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And a header! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Van Dijk certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Has a look and plays it forward. That's good running with the ball. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Albert Ferrer. Messi currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Look at the space here. Nakata. 75 minutes played. Looking for options for movement. That's a decent clearance. Shot could be on, and this is takes a shot! Oh, how good is he? About as smooth as it gets. Back within one. They have them in their sights again. What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Substitution for Argentina, number 97.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Club America cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Nice looking ball, and that has been cleared, and it's Messi.
Argentina clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And no, that was never going to make it. That pass has been well intercepted. And he thumps it clear. And here's Bale. And this is Stoichkov. Messi. So that's it. It is all over. Argentina proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way, and they are clearly so happy to have won it.
Just a quick announcement. We would like to inform
Thoughts
you
on what
that
we've just seen?
CCTV
Well,
is
Peter,
now in
this was
operation for
probably
your
more
safety.
slug.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're on the way. Well, they do call it the beautiful game, and the man we see before us now personifies all that is good about it. He is known simply Pele! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Tries to pass it through. He's had a shot! Goal! Argentina! Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things already rolling. Madrid have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs. But if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
Oh, that's an excellent interception.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And it's Messi.
In Paul Scholes, we have a player who can pull all the strings in midfield. One of England's best ever.
So unsung, but utterly appreciated by those he plays with.
Yeah, simply a master of passing, Peter. His ability to know what's going on around him at any given time makes him such a clever and hugely capable danger in this team.
Odo. Harrison calmly anticipates. Vitinha.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, great leap! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Argentina still without a single shot on target. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Rijkaard. Now it's Torres. Aubameyang. Now it's Aubameyang. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Silvestre charging forward, the ball at his feet.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Terrific effort! Well, that's a fair try, but just off target.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. And it's Vitinha. Looking for options for movement. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, he's seen that early. That's it, 45 minutes up. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. The midway point of the game.
Well, it was great to see them try to turn their possession and chances into a goal. They definitely wanted one before the break, and okay, while it didn't happen, things could start changing if they can continue in the same manner.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. The second half is... Oh, he's been caught napping! Rijkaard clears without hesitation. Nakata. And he's only too happy to take that back. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And it's Messi. Messi. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And here's Messi. Just eases him off the ball. Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Zanetti. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Now Otto. Knocks it into space. Great ball, and he's in here. Cross in, looks like a good one.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Substitutions taking place.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Zanetti. Otto. Vitinha. Neymar wins the duel this time. That's an imaginative pass. No, that's been intercepted. And here's Mbappe. And it's Messi. Played with finesse. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Scholes.
Argentina couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Otto. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, important interception.
Madrid clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Not the most accurate pass. Argentina really will have to throw everything at this now.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Defending of the desperate variety. Crossed in one. There's the header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
He simply mistimed the header, and it was as if he knew it wasn't going to work out.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And here's Mbappe. Vitinha. And that's it. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So that's got things underway. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm?
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
And that has been cut short. Nice looking ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And here's Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And it's Messi. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, down the years, of course, Argentina have produced some of the greatest striking talent ever, and Gabriel goes for a shot! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. He's scored! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Vissel Kobe have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
No, he refuses to take the bait. And this is Batistuta. Hausen can clear it away. Nedved. And this is Batistuta.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That ball looks a good one. Oh, super save by Livakovic. And he's quick to get rid. Now it's Son Heung-min. And he's only too happy to take that back. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Not the most accurate pass. Nakata. Oh, important interception. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Bastoni. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Great vision. Oh, that's a fine interception. Bastoni gets it clear. That's put paid to the danger. Rijkaard. Threads one in. Picked out brilliantly. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Nedved. Stood up well to him there. That's it, 45 minutes up. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Argentina come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone... And Torres! Looking for the far post, towering header! And he's there to belt it away. Bastoni goes sliding in. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just Messi! Oh, that is beyond special! A worldie and a half! About as smooth as it gets! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Substitutions taking place.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And it's Neymar. Plays a sharp little ball here, and that's gone loose. Oh, super ball. Cleared away. And here's Mbappe. McAllister is the team's great visionary. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Batistuta. That's a little off target. And it's Neymar. Messi. Now that looks a decent ball. Livakovic claims comfortably. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Van Dijk cuts it out. And here's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Nedved. Son Heung-min.
Oh, great feat, that.
He's beaten the last man. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, Peter, I don't think he even had time to blink. This is just a spontaneous reaction.
Substitution on the field. Number 21.
Wilshere is standing over this one.
Yeah, that's such a good position too.
Coming on the field. Number 9. Lautaro Martinez. Number 19. Wilshere.
Nedved! But he's left disappointed.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him. Vissel Kobe clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Tries to pass it through, and the shot! Oh, wow, that's crazy! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Vissel Kobe now on the verge of victory. Save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question: how long is there left, including stoppages?
Shoots! Oh, it's come off the upright. And that's a good finish. And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. Martinez, Julie. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go. Sporting have opted for a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
Sporting couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Always onto this. He's being urged to shoot. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he's managed to get free. Lovely bit of skill. Costa Curta. No way through. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. That's an imaginative pass. Argentina claiming a corner, and the referee concurs.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Oh, great leap! Nearly, but not quite.
Hussein is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Still goalless at the moment. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Messi. Right.
Sporting really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Oh, that's well spotted. Rijkaard. Not the most accurate pass. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. In the end, they found themselves penned in. Nowhere to go. Belletti. And it's Messi. Messi making good progress on the right-hand side. Messi. Belletti. Some good work on the right flank here. Flings in across. Getting up there! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Oh, that's well done, really robust.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And we've reached half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So very little to report. Nothing, indeed, in terms of goals scored.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there. And it's Xavi Alonso looking to pass their way up the pitch. He's got away. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Alvarez with a real chance here.
He could tee it up for someone else, but something tells me he'll have a go.
Alvarez! Beckenbauer gets it away. Messi. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now that's well seen too. Messi. And it's Aubameyang. Oh, there's a probing ball. Tries to pass it through. Just about up to the hour now. Passing is crisp and sharp. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Beckenbauer is the team's great visionary. This is a promising build-up. That's a cute ball. And he's gone looking for safety. It's their second corner of the game. He leaps for it! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Hussein certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Aubameyang is onto this. Argentina have their third corner. And he's there to belt it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Just the keeper in his way. Shapes to shoot! He's got a goal! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Substitution in progress.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. So we have the first goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And he's quick to get rid.
Sporting clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Messi really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Ambitious ball here. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He's picked his way through. Now it's Neymar.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
Neymar. Now he's got space here.
Argentina really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Neymar. Great vision. And he plays one through. Well, there's the clearance. So that's it. It is all over. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, we're on the way.
Javier Zanetti will be having a very busy game for sure, Peter. He'll be raiding the flanks all game long, if he's allowed to, of course. But if he starts beating people and getting balls into the box consistently, I can only see one winner here.
And he does it with such an unassuming demeanour. He makes the ordinary look beautiful, doesn't he?
He does, absolutely. His game is just laced with moments of sheer brilliance.
Oh, that's a key interception. Rijkaard. And smartly reclaimed. Nakata. Silvestre. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And this is Hazard. Beckenbauer. Messi. Chiellini goes sliding in. First quarter of an hour gone. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And that is a little undercooked. And this is Marmoush. And the shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Bangladesh certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And they've got a throw. That pass has been well intercepted. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Howson gets over and intercepts. Messi. Argentina are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Fabinho is always looking to break lines. And he's picked out the run. Oh, now he can run away with it.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Bangladesh are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. It's a promising position. That's the throw. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nakata.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
And the counter is on. And this is Hazard.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Messi. Rijkaard. It's Albert Ferrer. And it's been played through. Can he finish? Goal! Argentina! With half-time at hand. Perfect timing. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Argentina are...
And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Argentina can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Substitution on the field. Number 8, Conte. Number 9.
So let's get the ball rolling. Argentina currently ahead by the smallest of margins.
On the field, number
The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
Number 9.
Long ball by the goalkeeper.
Number 97.
Now it's Forlan. He's on it. Can he get away?
Haaland really was well marshalled there because he was denied the
Can he finish? Bangladesh with the corner. They're first. Chance to shoot! And he's there to clear it. And this is Azar. And now a sudden chance to counter. Azar. And this is Azar. And he shoots! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Aubameyang gets flagged offside. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Nakata will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He slings it in. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Chiellini plays it long. Gets a good foot in there. Azar, a player who needs no introduction. Forlan. And the finish! And that's a tidy finish. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Substitutions taking place.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Good ball, good take. And this is Neymar. It's Neymar! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Neymar. Now it's Forlan.
This is the time you need that pace.
Silvestre. This is a promising build-up.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
He's in a great position here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen,
he's been bundled over. That is a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. Now, looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Substitution on the field. Number 97.
And this is the big chance.
Number 22.
well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
Coming on the field.
And it's Neymar.
Franz Beckenbauer. Number 21.
He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Argentina really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue. Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
And that's gone all the way through to the keeper.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now it's Haaland, and that's really well manoeuvred. And this is Forlan. He's shifting through the gears here. Shoots! He lifts the roof! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Argentina pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moment. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here.
We're in the presence of goalkeeping greatness, a man with total command of his defence.
I say I wouldn't fancy going eyeball to eyeball with him.
No, I mean, I always like a vociferous keeper, and Oliver Kahn would be perfect for me.
And here's Aubameyang. Howson wins the duel this time. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Park Ji-sung. It's Park Ji-sung. Fernando Torres. That's a throw. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played.
And Messi!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Messi! Goal! Argentina! And it's Argentina in front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
He's having a hit! What a hit! What a hit! A rocket and some! A finish of true class! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Oh, that was sharp. Deliciously sharp.
It would have taken something heroic from the keeper to get anything on that. The height was tricky enough, but the power, he had no chance.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Some really good ball movement. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, it's Dembele! Off the post. He slings it in. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Aubameyang. Argentina are looking to break at pace. Looking to play him in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Nakata. And this is Torres. He's had a shot! Mendes scooting forward. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Beckenbauer. Fermin.
Will be 1 minute at a time.
Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying.
And now,
So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it's been an exciting half, Peter, with each side having chances and good spells of possession. I'm hoping that both will keep this open approach.
Argentina are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. And we're already back up at Torres! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Fernando Torres really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Can he stop it going out? Dembele can get it clear. Messi. That's good play. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
Messi is eyeing up his options in the middle. And he's cleared it back out. Fermin with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. And this is Ronaldo. He is through here. Khan punts it upfield. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants to...
Decent chance! Goal! Japan! And the comeback is complete. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Oh no, this does... Can he finish? Oh, good finish. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
Substitution for Japan, number 18.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
It's a searching pass, and this is Ronaldo. Oh, such a clever touch. And claimed it back swiftly. Quality ball. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Back where it came from. Pass is just off target.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Now it's Mbappe. And a chance! Goal! Argentina! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Chance! And there's a goal. They're level in a trice.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Japan dragged themselves back again.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Mbappe. And it's Mendes. Nicely aimed pass. Diouf knocks it into space. That is ended up in no man's land. Argentina desperately searching for the winner here. He's going for goal! But he's left disappointed.
I think that was probably what the opposition wanted him to do, Peter. They're not going to be overly worried if he's shooting from that sort of distance.
And that will be the final act. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Argentina can always take more positive...